The community of Des Moines, Iowa awoke to shocking news. Local headlines exploded across the city. Blurred handcuffs appeared as the symbol of the arrest. Their former school superintendent, Ian Andre Roberts, was in federal custody. He was not arrested for financial misdeeds. He was not arrested for educational malpractice. He was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. The charge, an immigration violation. The news sent immediate shockwaves through Des Moines. The man entrusted with nearly 30,000 students was now the center of a federal probe. His leadership was replaced by a mugshot and unanswered questions. This arrest was the explosive culmination of a months-long scandal. Roberts resigned just weeks earlier. The departure was called a mutual agreement with the school board. Later, it was revealed his work authorization had expired. He was a Jamaican national. He allegedly lacked legal standing to be employed in the U.S., let alone lead the district. The ICE arrest was more than a personal legal issue. It was a public indictment of systems meant to protect students and taxpayers. It raised urgent questions about the school board's oversight and due diligence. The implications were vast and immediate. How could someone without proper documentation rise so high? Who exactly is Ian Andre Roberts? That question became central to the entire controversy. On paper, his resume appeared impressive. He presented himself as a seasoned educator with a doctorate and extensive experience. He had held leadership roles in various school districts across the country, places like St. Louis, Missouri, and Palm Beach County, Florida. The Des Moines School Board was clearly convinced. They hired him in 2023, citing experience and vision. As investigators dug deeper, the facade started to crumble. Serious questions emerged about his academic credentials. Reports soon surfaced that key claims were, at best, misleading. Participation in programs is not the same as earning a doctoral degree. The institution itself could not verify the degree he claimed. This discrepancy was not a minor embellishment. It cut to the core of qualifications and integrity. Roberts is a citizen of Jamaica. His U.S. work authorization had lapsed. He may have been working illegally during his tenure. He oversaw a $600 million budget. The trail of discrepancies paints a disturbing picture. The central question haunting the Des Moines community is one of process. How did the system fail so completely? The Des Moines School Board is entrusted with oversight. Their most important duty is hiring a superintendent. In this case, the process appears deeply flawed. The board relied on a national search firm, but the ultimate responsibility remained with the board. Critical verification steps were missed or ignored. Verify academic degrees with issuing institutions. Confirm prior employment and performance. Rigorously verify legal right to work for non-citizen candidates. His expired authorization went unnoticed. Statements after the scandal were telling. Board members expressed shock and dismay. Genuine or not, that shock signals a dereliction of duty. Did they simply trust the search firm? Did anyone independently verify the top candidate? A lack of curiosity before and intense scrutiny after. A culture of trust over verification. That assumption is dangerous. It leads to complacency. A cautionary tale for every public board. As if the immigration and employment issues were not enough, another layer emerged. This new development was perhaps the most alarming. It was discovered that Ian Andre Roberts, a Jamaican national, was registered to vote in the state of Maryland. He had reportedly voted in the 2020 U.S. election and the 2022 U.S. election. The information surfaced through public records. It turned a local drama into a national integrity issue. Voting is reserved exclusively for citizens. It is a federal crime for a non-citizen to register or vote in federal elections. Maryland election officials launched an investigation. How was he able to register? Was it clerical error or deliberate deception? The motor voter process hinges on self-attestation. A checkbox and a signature, are they enough? How many other non-citizens might be registered? This is not theoretical. It happened. It undermines public confidence. Penalties include fines, imprisonment, and deportation. The legal jeopardy deepened, a potential pattern of misrepresentation. In the wake of the scandal, the school board entered crisis mode. Carefully worded statements followed. They announced a mutual parting and wished him well. The narrative unraveled as details emerged. Shock and disappointment turned to promises of a review, a pledge to fix the vetting process. Parents demanded accountability. They wanted names and answers. Calls for resignations grew louder. State officials weighed in. The issue widened. Election integrity was emphasized as paramount. The search firm pointed at the board. The board pointed at the process. Everyone sought cover. Diffused responsibility comforts no one. The public wants to know how this happened. Alarming details from the arrest record intensify concern. Trust was in tatters, and the clock was ticking. The path forward requires transparency and accountability. Conduct a thorough public investigation into hiring. Release findings to the community. Name specific failures and responsible parties. Only by exposing the rot can you rebuild. For every district, verify everything. Academic credentials, employment history, legal work status for non-citizens. Oversight cannot be outsourced. Review voter registration systems, bipartisan and practical, designed to verify, not just trust. Confidence in outcomes is paramount. Every breach chips away at our foundation. The citizens of Des Moines deserve answers. The American people deserve confidence. Let this be a catalyst for meaningful reform. Please like, subscribe, and express how you feel about this subject in the comments section below. Thank you for all of your support for my channel.